Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and a privilege it is for me to welcome you to this, the main culminating activity of a most engaging and stimulating 3-day event. We've been gathered here over the last 3 days contemplating the place of media and communications in the promulgation of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And we have truly, certainly I have been extremely blessed to have been here and to have participated in this momentous event. But the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica recognizes that in pursuit of its mission, a most important enabler is the media and communications landscape in which it operates. And in that landscape, a most important element would be the practitioners, the quality of work done by the practitioners at all levels. We've been blessed in Jamaica, I believe we would all agree, with some of the industry's finest media and communications professionals. Persons who have been truly committed to excellence in their work. One notable thinker said, "Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution." Today, the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists takes this opportunity to celebrate excellence by paying tribute to individuals who have exemplified this virtue in their life and work. But before we identify the men and women who have been selected for special recognition this afternoon, it is my pleasure to invite the president of our union, of the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Pastor Everett Brown, to come forward to deliver the special address to all of us and to the awardees this afternoon. Please make Pastor Brown welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Begano. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, you'll agree with me that Gain Jamaica has been an extraordinary event. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you, members of the team. Just to put things into proper perspective, as we bring the curtains down, as we conclude this historic and most successful event, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica, and those of us who are present here this evening, we will pause to celebrate with some of our colleagues in the media, in communication. Indeed, we will celebrate this evening with our stakeholders, their sterling service and contribution to the mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the growth, education, and development of our people through media using technology. And those persons whom we are recognizing this evening, regardless of their position, regardless of their place or the area in which they have served or continue to serve, these awardees, these men and women, those present and those who are not able to be here this evening, have one thing in common: excellence, dedication to mission, commitment to God and country. And therefore, as a union, we wish this evening to acknowledge their contribution and to celebrate their worth, their contribution this afternoon. Hence, awardees, your recognition this afternoon by the church is not the complete story. It's not the end. Being singled out for recognition was not because of any personal, selfish, or political consideration. You have excelled. You have been integral as far as the mission of the church is concerned. You have assisted us as we seek to position or place the church in the best possible light as we fulfill our mission under Jesus Christ. We appreciate you. We value your service. You know, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, truth be told, nothing can surpass or nothing can be compared with the authentic recognition that one receives from your colleague. And those persons we are recognizing this evening are our colleagues in mission, our colleagues in media, our colleagues in communication, as we seek to leverage the use of technology to fulfill the mission of the church. Thank you for your faithfulness to God, for your dedication to church, your selfless service to country. I will, in the days to come, reflect on the theme, the gospel according to technology. This idea is the overarching theme that captures, that encapsulates what we have sought to achieve during Gain Jamaica 2019. The gospel, the promulgation of the gospel is our mission, our purpose, our reason for being as a church, the promulgation of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And we make no apologies for that. But come with me, listen to Jesus as he spoke very tersely but profoundly to his disciples. Jesus says, as quoted in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 28, verse 18 through to 20, and I read it in your hearing, and perhaps make one or two comments, and then I'll sit down. All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go therefore and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. God has not abandoned his church and left us with mere technology. God is in control of his church. God is the one who is supporting mission. Therefore, I charge you, awardees, I challenge you, members of the media, I charge all communication professionals and para-professionals present here this evening or within the hearing of my voice, as you practice your craft, as you utilize technology to be more effective and efficient in the pursuit of truth and facts, as you strive to inform, educate, transform, and make disciples, never lose sight of who you are and who you represent. Sister Monan Green, behind the World Wide Web, behind www, behind technology, behind the camera, behind the smartphone, behind the computer, stands the supreme God of the universe. He is the reason for GAIN Jamaica 2019. And therefore, every story you write must tell of his story, the story of Jesus and his love. Every news that you share must speak of the good news of salvation through Jesus the Christ. Therefore, your use of technology, media, and the other available communication tools must go beyond a mere search for facts or a quest to educate and inform people and improve their quality of life here on earth. The use of technology must go beyond that. Use technology, use your influence, use the authority bequeathed to you as disciples of Jesus Christ to disseminate the gospel to men and women everywhere. Use technology to change, to transform lives, and to prepare a people for the kingdom of God. Awardees, congratulations. We appreciate you. We value your contribution to church. We value your service to country. Thank you, and God bless you.
So this evening, we welcome not only those of you who are here with us in this room, but I want to take the opportunity to also welcome our listeners to NCUFM who are at this time joining us for this very special event this evening. We're also welcoming those of you who are online and are viewing the event we are having here this evening. It is indeed wonderful to be able to recognize persons who have served and who have served with distinction. And this award ceremony, as we said, is to identify those who have exemplified excellence in their service. There will be two parts to this presentation ceremony. I will lead out in the first part of this, and then Felicia will take over for the second part. In this first part, there are 6 individuals to be awarded. The first of these is unfortunately not able to be with us this evening. But his name is one that has come to be somewhat of an icon in Jamaica. The name Oliver Frederick Clarke is one that has become synonymous with the development of media and communications in Jamaica and the Caribbean. Although his stellar career as a businessman highlights a wide cross-section of interests and associations across various sectors, making it impossible for him to be easily slotted into any single field or discipline. From entrepreneurship to academia, media and communication to humanitarian interests, Oliver Clarke has blazed a trail and made an invaluable contribution that few will be able to equal. He has been at the helm of some of 10 different organizations in Jamaica, to include media houses such as the Leidner Company, Media Limited, chairman of Jamaica National Group Limited, chairman of the 1838 Investments Limited, formerly Leidner Company Limited. Oliver has served as president of the Commonwealth Press Union and member of the Police Civilian Oversight Authority, a past president of both the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica and the Inter-American Press Association. His name is also linked to one of the largest and most significant media mergers in the Caribbean, the RJR Leidner Communications Group. He will long be remembered for playing a critical role in revolutionizing the media landscape in Jamaica and the Caribbean. Today we recognize Honorable Oliver Clarke for over 4 decades of outstanding, committed, and dedicated service to media and journalism in Jamaica. Mr. President Brown, I would invite you to join me on stage to make these presentations as we go on. Our second awardee is someone we heard from this evening. For over 17 years, this outstanding individual has served the Jamaica Observer in the capacity of founding editor and executive editor. Prior to that, he was managing editor of his own communications entity and served as a media consultant in the private sector, working with persons such as Gordon Butch Stewart. His media experience over the years includes positions at Jamaica Information Service, Jam Press, the Leidner, Jamaica News Daily, as well as overseas news entities. He has been president of the Press Association of Jamaica, author of different publications, and lecturer. For his contribution to the field of communication, he has been awarded the Order of Distinction by the Jamaican government for outstanding contribution to journalism and has won several other awards, such as from the Press Association of Jamaica. He was educated here in Jamaica and in France and is married to Jennifer Quarry Allen. He's a father of 2 sons, 1 daughter, and the grandfather of 3. We speak of none other than media and communications veteran, Mr. Desmond Allen. This evening, the Jamaica Union Conference recognizes Mr. Desmond Allen for over 45 years of outstanding, committed, and dedicated service to journalism in Jamaica. Big round of applause as Mr. Allen receives his award from the President. Our third awardee is someone who is a son of Jamaica, currently serving as professor in the Department of Communications at Oakwood University and program director for broadcast journalism and film and television production. He is the producer for the Breath of Life television broadcast ministry and serves as media director for Oakwood University Church, where he is a member. Mr. Dwayne Cheddar is his name, someone with a passion for his work and over the years has had a strong influence on many who chose the field of media and television as their career. Mr. Cheddar is a graduate of Jamaica School of Drama, now Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, where he pursued drama in education. But soon after his graduation in 1986, despite having done this course of study, he was drawn to the field of television production, something he attributes to God's leading in his life. He joined the company Broadcom International, where he worked as technical director and was part of the award-winning magazine television program that we remember so fondly, Trails. He later served at the Creative Production and Training Center, CPTC, and some of his contributions there included direction of the general elections coverage in 1989 and 1993, the historic visit of Nelson Mandela to Jamaica in 1992, Queen Elizabeth's visit to Jamaica in 1994. In 1996, Cheddar joined the staff at West Indies College, now Northern Caribbean University, as Director of Media Services. He later transitioned from staff to faculty and became the first program coordinator for the Mass Communication program at NCU. While at NCU, he developed the Associate degree in Mass Communication and the Bachelor of Arts degree in Mass Communication. His passion for students led him to start WIC 88.3 FM radio station in 1998 on the campus of Northern Caribbean University, which provided an opportunity for students to receive hands-on experience and develop their craft in preparation for the job market. In 2007, Mr. Cheddar joined the faculty of Oakwood University. Upon arrival at Oakwood, he redesigned the electronic media curriculum and developed two programs, namely broadcast journalism and film and television production. Throughout his 33 years in the field of education, communication, and media, he has built a strong reputation for mentoring and motivating students to pursue careers in the related industries. In 2016, Cheddar joined the faculty at Andrews University, where he served for a short time before returning to Oakwood University. Mr. Cheddar's service to the Seventh-day Adventist Church spans over 30 years. He has served on various communication committees, such as the East, Central, and West Indies Union Conference Committees and the Inter-American Division of Seventh-day Adventists. He worked as technical director for both West Indies Union and the Inter-American Division from 1996 to 2000, and was instrumental in the development of media production across the region. Cheddar has been working with the production team for the General Conference sessions since 2000. Mr. Cheddar holds an MA in communications and is currently pursuing doctoral studies in filmmaking in history and education from Middlesex University in London, England. He's married to the former Diane Brown, and they have one adult daughter, Dania. Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists is pleased today to recognize Mr. Dwayne Cheddar for over 30 years of outstanding service in the area of media and production and commitment to the mission of the global Seventh-day Adventist Church. Mr. Dwayne Cheddar. Our next awardee was born and raised in Maroon Town, St. James, to parents who were dedicated members of the Vaughnsfield Seventh-day Adventist Church. The church, he tells us, played a major role in developing his skills through participation in Sabbath School, the Pathfinder Club, MV, now AY, and other church events. He received his high school education at Cornwall College. but his media career got an early start in 1986 when he signed up for studio workshop for 4922, preparation for broadcasting, with veteran broadcaster Alice Rod. He volunteered at JBC Radio West as a host of What's Right with Teenagers, but soon realized that getting in full-time was not as easy as he first thought, especially being a Seventh-day Adventist. In the summer of 1987, he left for Clarendon, where he joined his brother in photography. Soon after, his dream started to take shape as he was called to fill a vacancy at JBC Radio West as technical operator. In 1990, JBC Radio West was privatized and became Radio Waves. And our awardee, Mr. Arnold Kelly, continued with Radio Waves and advanced to producer-presenter. In 1984, he made a major career move when he took on a new role with the National Religious Media Commission, operators of Love 101, as producer and presenter, along with overseeing technical operations for Love 101 and later Love TV. Arnold hosted and produced Sunday Showcase and then the weekly morning program, which were two big winners for the station. In 2005, he was promoted to production manager, coordinating several elements of programming, including local and overseas outside broadcast activities for radio and television. August 2006 marked another significant chapter when Arnold joined the NCU family as Director of Media Affairs with what was then known as NCU Media Services. His first task was to convert a looping playlist of songs to a structured radio format, adding news, weather, and a new programs to create a full 24-hour, 7-day radio program format. At the 2010 Caribbean Gospel Music Marlin Awards, he received the President's Award for outstanding contribution to regional gospel music for his work with the Caribbean Hour. Arnold has guided NCU FM over a period of continued growth and development, from a new entrant in the market in 2010 to number 11 in the market in 2012, to number 8 in 2014, to number 7 with a market share of 4.9% audience in 2016, and again in 2018, number 7, this time with a market share of 5.4% of the radio audience. This is no easy feat in a highly competitive field of over 25 radio stations locally. Today, the Jamaica Union of Seventh-day Adventists is pleased to recognize Mr. Arnold Kelly for over 30 years of outstanding service and commitment to media ministry, both locally and regionally. Mr. Arnold Beresford Kelly. I'm very pleased indeed this evening to recognize another awardee who regrettably is also not joining us this evening. But we must recognize excellence, and this awardee is very dear to us too, for she graduated from Northern Caribbean University having done the Bachelor of Arts degree in Mass Communication and a minor in Law and Political Science. Fresh out of university, Miss Andrea Chisholm was employed to CVM Television and has been remembered for a brief interview with former Cash Plus boss Carlos Hill while being escorted to his vehicle in handcuffs. Andrea later joined the team at the television department of the Jamaica Information Service, where she served as a senior writer, producer, presenter, producing content that promoted Jamaican government policies and programs and issues of national interest. She was also a presenter of the flagship program, the Jamaica Magazine, and has provided coverage of the January 2010 earthquake in Haiti, as well as a number of high-profile assignments, including the visit of former President of the United States, Barack Obama. Currently, Andrea serves as senior reporter, producer, and news anchor at Television Jamaica, a member of the RJR Leidner Communications Group. Andrea is not able to join us this evening because she's overseas participating in the multi-regional program of the U.S. Department of State-sponsored International Visitors Leadership Program, the only Jamaican in her batch and one of 2 Caribbean nationals at this event. We are very proud, indeed, of Andrea Chisholm, and the Jamaica Union Conference is pleased this evening to recognize her for outstanding and distinguished service in journalism in Jamaica. Miss Andrea Chisholm. The final awardee in this section is someone that we have come to love, we all love so dearly. Fresh out of Carrimack in 1994, via the Jamaica Information Service, JIS Television to CVM Television, Curlin Brown has been appearing in the living rooms of Jamaicans and our social media spaces, and we love her so much. The reporter, producer, presenter, anchor, co-anchor, along with the excited echo of the voices of children of varying ages living with various health conditions. Their unmistakable smile and sounds of glee in the voices of the inspirees, as she calls them. Their friends, families, and schoolmates are part of what fuels this television broadcast journalist. To the children, she's their Auntie Carrie's. And almost every day she makes plans to meet many whose stories are yet to be told, on a list spanning close to 8 years for Inspire Jamaica. As a sole producer, director, and presenter of this feature program, Curlin is brought up close and personal with Jamaican families from every nook and cranny of this island. Now an active soldier in God's army, Curlin made her public commitment to the Lord in May 2017 and is a member of the Worship and Faith International Fellowship congregation. She's honored to have been assigned to the children's ministry, specifically with the 3 to 5-year-olds. Her mantra continues to be, "It's through giving that we receive, and I am a natural servant." The Jamaica Union Conference this evening is very pleased to recognize Ms. Curlin Brown for outstanding contribution to journalism and media in the area of human interest through Inspire Jamaica, aired on CVM television. Now, isn't that lovely? Curlin receiving her award with one of her inspirees this evening. What a beautiful picture indeed. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure, thank you very much, Pastor. It is my pleasure to hand over for the next set of awards to my co-host, Ms. Felicia Datas.
This evening, the pleasure and honor is mine to announce the remaining awardees for this program. Our first awardee is an astute communication director of the East Jamaica Conference. This humble creative pioneer has consistently demonstrated excellence, efficiency, productivity, and a high standard of work. During his time, Cassell has revolutionized communication from a fledgling department to a multimedia production house. His supervision and achievements include, but not limited to, radio and television productions, radio talk show, Healthy and Happy, graphic design, EJC Weekly Advisory, EJC Monthly News Recap, website production and management, and information technology unit. Elder Castell believes in sharing knowledge and ensuring that the church's communicators are well equipped by hosting workshops, seminars, and special communication day events. A tangible tool that many have testified to have brought added value to their skills and to those who are studying in the field. Married for 28 years to Yvette, Philip is not only admired for his responsiveness, keen knowledge of communication technology, thoroughness, and accuracy, but also for his pleasant, kind, and calm demeanor, which enhances teamwork and a positive work atmosphere. This has resulted in exceptional performances of those under his leadership, which has won him the respect of Adventist communicators in the field, by extension, by many in foreign countries. Philip Castell is an extraordinary communication director and a noble man of God. And Merrick Walker will be presenting this award to him. Not quite Merrick Walker. Bancroft Barwise will be presenting this to Philip Castell from the East Jamaica Conference for outstanding contribution to media and communication in the Jamaica Union Conference. Our second awardee for this evening hails from the Northeast Jamaica Conference. Daniela Renato Daniels is a technology enthusiast who is passionate about spreading the gospel through 21st century technologies. Pastor Daniels joined the Northeast Jamaica Conference in December 2010 when the conference was in a state of infancy. Although then a volunteer at the time, he immediately showcased his passion to ensure the establishment of the conference's communication department. Throughout the execution of his duties, he has been noted to be a diligent worker and an innovative thinker who has contributed significantly to the development of the conference's internal and external communication and ICT systems. Most recently, he spearheaded the digitization of the conference's second quadrennial session in 2018, one which was commended by higher organization for the efficient use of technology. As a result, the Turks and Caicos Conference at their conference session in December 2018 has opted to utilize one of the applications. Pastor Daniels is the Executive Secretary, Public Affairs and Religious Liberty Director, Communication Director, and District Pastor at NEJC. Notwithstanding his expansive portfolio, this humble servant of God is always in the trenches with his team of colleagues and volunteers. He meticulously ensures that every connection is appropriately made, every screen, microphone, and speaker perfectly placed, even if that means lifting and placing same himself. Through and through, Pastor Danielo Daniels is NEJC's techie, chief audio, video, and lighting engineer. He is undoubtedly deserving of being bestowed the title Mr. Communications. We salute him for his unwavering dedication to the work of the Lord in this very critical area. And Merrick Walker will be presenting the award tonight to Pastor Danielo Daniels for outstanding contribution to media and communication in the Jamaica Union Conference. Our next awardee this evening hails from the Central Jamaica Conference, and the award will be presented by Abel Marquez. Whether it's writing an article or putting the finishing touches on a video or radio production, one thing is certain: she is living her dream and igniting her passion. Kimarley is a communication enthusiast who is intentional in using media to share the love of Jesus because she believes in devoting all her time and talent in the service of God. She joined the communication department of the Central Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists as a volunteer in December 2013. She served as production assistant for 1.5 years and was later given the additional responsibility of being resource coordinator in September of 2015. She currently serves as technical producer in the communication department. Kimarley holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in mass communication with an emphasis in television from Northern Caribbean University, and she is married to Kamar Medley. This evening, it is an honor to present an award for outstanding contribution to media and communication in Jamaica Union Conference, Mrs. Kimarley Walker Medley. Our next awardee hails from the North Jamaica Conference, and Pastor Williams Costa Jr. will be presenting this award. The NJC proudly nominates Elder Cardinal Matthew Campbell to receive this prestigious award, given his years of committed professional services to the Department of Communication at the North Jamaica Conference. As a lay member and professional photographer and designer, Mr. Campbell has contributed his time and expertise on countless occasions to cover major conference events such as installations, conventions, camp meetings, outreach projects, and it has always been pro bono. Hailing from the parish of Westmoreland, Jamaica, this young man, like Abraham, migrated from his place of birth and embarked on an academic and spiritual journey, which eventually led him to Trelawney, the parish where he now resides and works. Professionally, he is a teacher of science at the Troy High School and part-time photographer. He is a proud graduate of the University of Technology, Jamaica, where he attained a bachelor's degree in science and education, majoring in biology and physics. Campbell is a committed Christian who currently serves as an ordained elder of the Troy Seventh-day Adventist Church in Trelawney. Elder Campbell is married to the bold and beautiful Cassandra Campbell for 3 years. Consequently, their union has produced a handsome son. Elder Campbell is driven by the mantra, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And this evening, it is an honor to present him this award for outstanding contribution to media and communication in Jamaica Union Conference. Our final awardee for this session hails from the West Jamaica Conference, and we'll ask Pastor William Costa to remain to make this presentation. The West Jamaica Conference proudly nominates Pastor Jonathan James Myrie to receive this prestigious award, given his years of committed and unwavering services to the Department of Communication at WJC. Myrie is a proud graduate of the University of Technology, Jamaica, where he attained a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering. However, not too long after the completion of this degree, he answered the call of the Lord to serve as a minister of the gospel in Western Jamaica. As a result of his newfound conviction, his educational path was rerouted to Northern Caribbean University, where he pursued both a Bachelor and Master of Arts in Religion and Theology. He has given 9 years of outstanding service to the WJC Communication Department and was instrumental in the growth of the conference's first television station, West Conference Communication Network. He has also facilitated the establishment of digital communicative platforms for the church through the conference's website, Facebook page, and other social media platforms. He has also shared his knowledge with a wider field by facilitating numerous training for his counterparts at the local church level. Much of his lobbying has also seen the conference investing in improved recording equipment. He currently serves as a district pastor for the Lilliput district of Seventh-day Adventist churches located in St. James, Associate Communication Director and Director of Religious Liberty and Public Affairs for the West Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Pastor Myrie has been married to the gorgeous Shorna Newsom Myrie for 20 years. Their union has produced 2 children, John Mark and John Marie. Pastor Myrie is driven by the Bible text, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this evening, it is an honor to present this award for outstanding contribution to media and communication in the Jamaica Union Conference. And at this moment, we call Omar Oliphant, yes, to continue this session.
Thank you very much, Felicia Dados. Ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't you say that was a wonderful service of awards? It's not over yet, because Jamaica Union Conference has decided to give 2 special awards this evening. And so, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you 2 media practitioners within the Seventh-day Adventist Church who stand tall in their various centers of influence. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Northern Caribbean University, help me to welcome Mr. Brian Jono Johnson. I think you can do much better than that. We think you can do much better than that. Yes, he can come. For more than 2 decades, Brian Johnson has stood behind the lens at the Northern Caribbean University Media Group. He has remained committed to the growth and development of this group, a trait that has positively impacted the current positioning of the department. Mr. Johnson once served as a cameraman at the Creative Production and Training Center, CPTC, and subsequently was employed at the West Indies College as a cameraman for at least 5 years. He has had extensive experience in popular programs such as Hill and Gully, Rapping, to name a few. On September 1, 1997 to be precise, he commenced employment with Northern Caribbean University and has continued through until August 9, 2006, when his job title was changed to Production Coordinator, the position he currently holds. Very unassuming, he has been described as a committed, dedicated, loyal team player and one who goes beyond the call of duty. Affirmations received over the years at various workers' meetings at the Northern Caribbean University give evidence to this commitment. Along with the Long Service Awards, he was in 2016 the recipient of the Distinguished Staff Service Excellence Award in the category of Technical Support at the Board of Governors Banquet. It is with pleasure that the Jamaican Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists publicly acknowledges and presents this award to the one and only Mr. Brian Jono Johnson. Please reserve the names by which he's called otherwise for another place and time. Put your hands together for Mr. Brian Johnson. The Seventh-day Adventist Church certainly would not have the standing that it does in the corporate world and in private society that it does hold, both here and elsewhere, without communicators who are trained, professional, and who hold to high quality standards. The Inter-American Division has one such individual which gained 2019 would like to award, in the person of Miss Leidner Stevens. Please put your hands together for her as she comes. She is one of those who makes Seventh-day Adventists look good globally. Leidner Stevens is the Assistant Communication Director for the Inter-American Division, IAD, which serves a territory with 24 unions in 42 countries. She is the News Director for the Hope Channel Inter-America, headquartered in Miami, Florida. And she manages the news content of the division's website, as well as its photography portal. For nearly 20 years, she has traveled across the IAD territory, including Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, Venezuela, to cover major events and activities that have shed light in the dramatic change and growth that has taken place in the church territory. She has also written many eyewitness accounts on the impact of natural disasters such as earthquakes and hurricanes, and the tireless efforts of the Inter-American Division membership to recover and rebuild. In addition to covering the IAD territory, Leidner is a regular contributor to top media outlets operated by the Seventh-day Adventist World Church. She has collaborated on many publishing projects with Adventist World Magazine, Adventist Review, Adventist News Network, and others. She earned a bachelor's degree in business from Southern Adventist University and has completed various journalism and photography courses. Leidner is currently serving a 2-year term as president of the Society of Adventist Communicators, SAC, of the North American Division. Prior to that, she served 2 years as general vice president of the same body and was instrumental in establishing the Inter-American Division's chapter of SAC, the first and only organized one out of the North American Division since 2012. It is with pleasure that the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists acknowledge the sterling efforts of Ms. Leidner Stevens to the promulgation of the gospel, the Three Angels message, through the Inter-American Division.
Please give a rousing round of applause to all of our awardees this evening. And before we have our final announcements and remarks by Nigel Koch, we have a very special presentation. So, Elder Koch, we will actually ask you to please have a seat. before the special announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jamaica Union Conference is always pleased to affirm all workers of worth whose work and worth have helped to advance the mission in Jamaica Union. And this afternoon, we honor, we recognize one such worker of worth.
Church leaders in Jamaica now have a different take of what a communication director looks like. And this to a large extent because of Nigel Koch. He has been at the communication helm of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica for 14 years, revolutionizing its landscape and adding value to the purview of the Adventist World Church.
I'm pleased and honored to use this opportunity, personally and on behalf of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica, to express our thanks and gratitude to you for your selfless service to God and His church in the area of communication. I believe that you are God's gift to the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and you have used your gifts and talents to add value to the Seventh-day Adventist Church and her mission. God bless you.
For this heavyweight communication champion, his work was no easy feat. He has skills that strategically silence critics, knocked out surmountable challenges, doing his mileage and going beyond the call of duty, bringing to the arduous task what one media giant describes as Columbo-like persistence and dogged determination.
As a journalist and editor of long standing, I've always felt that Nigel Koch might have had a greater impact on his church and Christianity had he been a journalist himself. I think I was first drawn to him because of his dogged persistence in getting a story in the news media on behalf of the Adventist Church. Nigel is the kind of man who, when some editors hear that it's Nigel on the phone, will say, "Tell him I'm not here." But it is their own recognition that here is a man who believes in what he's doing and is prepared to put his boundless energy and deep conviction behind it. How we wish that we could find more people like him to fill our newsrooms. It's been my pleasure to work with Nigel over the years and to call him my friend. The quality of his work and his enormous consistency make him eminently qualified for this well-deserved honor that you do him here this evening.
But for Nigel, it's all about his relationship with God, who empowers and inspires him to do his work. And working for the church does give him great joy and satisfaction. In 2005, after walking away from a financially rewarding position as an investment manager at First Caribbean International Securities Limited, 5 years later, he caught the Top Communicator Award in the Inter-American Division Communication Department. What caused this recognition? Though the Adventist Church is the largest denomination in Jamaica, the spotlight turned up when Koch brought the glass ceiling, forming an undeniable love relationship with the media. This landed him the opportunity of getting the church's news, not only on the local television and radio stations, but also at times on the front pages of the Leidner and Observer. His quick-wit news nose, armed with pen and camera, he makes the hundreds of timely publications seem easy. As editor of the West Indies Union, now Jamaica Union Visitor magazine, and the Adventist Impact, he managed to unify the perception of the Adventist Church as countless persons became more aware of its mission and the service. Furthermore, he revolutionized the Union website, and many saw stories leap across the local fields to the international shores of the IAD and, of course, the World Church. Jamaican Adventists are truly proud.
I am delighted to speak on behalf of my colleague communication directors across the Jamaican field. Today we applaud and recognize the tremendous work and efforts of Elder Nigel Koch, who has used his God-given skills of human relations and communication to take the message of Jesus Christ and His love both within the church and beyond the borders of the nation. Whenever Elder Koch takes on a task, it is almost bound to succeed. And this is simply because he consults the Lord before he does anything, and he plans well in advance. He also co-opts the best minds to assist him to ensure that whatever he's doing succeeds. His leadership in the area of communication in the Seventh-day Adventist Church has been nothing but outstanding. And we thank God that we have been blessed to have him lead the communication force in Jamaica for the past 14 years. We wish for him continued success as he exploits new frontiers in sharing the message of hope in Jamaica and across the world.
Koch was never selfish with his crack-breaking methodologies. Each year, he spearheaded meaningful and practical workshops, fostering a new breed of church communicators. However, it was even more splendid for him when the GC event, the 8th Annual Global Internet Evangelistic Network Conference, GIN, was hosted for the very first time in Jamaica. Thereafter, a name change to Global Adventist Internet Network, GAIN. 103 communicators from around the world were present, and a tantamount leap of work was done. It was therefore no surprise that at the Jamaica Union Conference's first session in November 2010, Elder Nigel Koch was re-elected a second term to serve as Communication Director. However, this time, Public Affairs and Religious Liberty were added to his portfolio. Again in 2015, the constituency confirmed their confidence in him as Communication, Public Affairs, and Religious Liberty Director. Carefully balancing the two, Koch tackled another fantastic feat. On January 24, 2015, the Adventist Church in Jamaica hosted the Festival of Religious Freedom, the first in 20 years for the GC International Religious Liberty Association. Nigel was also elected as General Secretary of a newly formed chapter in the National Association. The successfully staged event saw him accepting an award in May 2015 from Pastor Israel Leto, former president of the Inter-American Division, for his outstanding leadership in spearheading the Festival of Religious Freedoms in Jamaica. On July 8, 2015, during a Public Affairs and Religious Liberty luncheon held at the 60th General Conference session in San Antonio, Texas, Koch landed a second and highest award for this event. Now serving in his third term as Communication Director and second as Director of Public Affairs and Religious Liberty, Nigel continues to break barriers. And this event, Again Jamaica, speaks volumes of his visionary professional leadership, tireless efforts, and back-breaking work.
My good friend Nigel Koch, I am so delighted with your contribution, your life, your service for Jesus. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everything that you have done to uplift Jesus, to serve God, and to contribute for the expansion of the kingdom of God on earth. May your life be a blessing. All the best for you, your family, and your ministry.
Nigel has gone beyond narrow restrictive boundaries, unleashing within himself and others their fullest potential to produce seamless, professional, and point-punching, timely productions, whether it be through a video production, radio presentation, or just a church event. Though giving his best in every aspect of his life, his family is his greatest love. He is married to the beautiful Bobette. Their sons, Chad Anthony and Ramoy, add to the completeness of a wonderful family in ministry.
Nigel is a Christian, loving husband. He doesn't hold grudges, he doesn't like confrontations, and forgiveness is very high on his agenda, which makes him pretty easy to get along with and to live with. He is the priest of our home and an excellent father. And I believe that he was handpicked by the Lord, especially for me, which makes me blessed to share his life by being his wife. And our two sons, Chad Anthony and Ramoy, are equally blessed to call him Dad.
The Jamaica Union Conference, and by extension the World Church, is proud of Elder Nigel Koch. and salutes him for his trailblazing work in the field of communication and public affairs and religious liberty.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the award is the President of the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Pastor Everett Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be reading.
Church leaders.
I'm going to be presenting this award to an outstanding, dedicated, and committed worker of the Jamaica Union Conference. But, you know, sometimes, and this is not a part of the script, but sometimes I drive past the office, the lights are on, the car is there, Nigel is at work. And sometimes I slip in to his office to see exactly what he's doing. He's preparing a story to get to the Gleaner to fulfill a deadline, or the Observer. I want to thank his family, especially his wife, for giving him the time so that he can fulfill his mission. And so I'm going to ask his wife, Bobby, to join us here as we make this presentation. While Bobby comes, and Desmond mentioned that, there was a time when I was afraid of the media. And I think it was Wednesday morning or on Friday morning, Byron says that 3 things that you must do. Tell it quickly, tell it all, and tell it truthfully. Nigel was the first person who told me that, Pastor, you need to do that. And sometimes we really have some, because there's a potential crisis, or, you know, Nigel needs to present the church in the wider public in its best light. And I would say, Nigel, you know, why do we have to respond to that? He says, Pastor Brown, this is bigger than us. And the church must always be presented in the public in its best light. You need to do this. And so this evening, my brothers and sisters, the Seventh-day Adventist Church Jamaica Union Conference presents to Elder Nigel Koch for distinguished service in the field of communication and dedication to the advancement of the mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica. This token, awarded July 6, 2019, here at Gain, Jamaica. Nigel, congratulations. We value you. We appreciate you. And may God continue to bless you as you serve him and serve his church. it would be remiss of me if we did not invite Pastor Williams Costa Jr., Abel Marquez, and the other Leidner Stevens, and the other brethren from the higher organization. And if Desmond Allen is here, I'm going to invite him to join us as on stage as you expressed congratulations to a most deserving person. Of the Jamaica Union par excellence, Nigel Koch.
It's not over yet. The Inter-American Division Communication Department would like to take advantage of this special moment, of this special activity, of this special event, all these emotions, to also present the special recognition, because during the different, for many years, this special awardee have been a great support for the Inter-American Division, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, not only in our territory, but in all the world. So I will ask our Assistant Director, Leidner Stevens, to present this award.
If we could have Pastor Brown up here, please, and Nigel. I'm going to read what I have to say because I don't want to forget anything. It has been remarkable to see how the Jamaica Union has placed communication as a high priority for so many years. The Jamaica Union placed a communication director exclusively to lead the department more than a decade ago, and that was a clear message that communication takes a high spot in assisting the church in accomplishing the mission of sharing the message of hope here in Jamaica. Because of that leadership and the efforts of your communication director, Nigel Koch, and the communication teams established across each conference, the church in Jamaica has done an outstanding job in sharing news stories with the national media, the church in Inter-America, and the Adventist World Church. We know that news stories keep the church transparent, so we thank you and your team for such accomplishment. We want to recognize you with this award of excellence, and I'm going to have Pastor Williams read it.
Before reading this, I would like, on a personal note, to give a special thank for the contribution of this union to the World Church. It has been meaningful, the amount of information that has been produced to inform and to inspire the world family. Thank you very much. Award of Excellence presented to the Jamaica Union for the visionary leadership in news coverage about the work of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica and for consistently sharing news reports with Inter-America. Inter-America Division, Communication Department, July 2019.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to give the vote of thanks, the Communication Director Extraordinaire, Elder Nigel Koch.
My brothers and sisters, I'm still in shock. Okay, let me say thanks to the Jamaica Union Conference, all our directors in the fields, the Inter-American Division, for their recognition of excellence in communication. So I was indeed shocked, Elder Bowers. I'm still asking who did it, who scripted it. That's the person I need to find. Not the graphic person, Elder Bulgin, the script person. Because it was a good script. But to find Williams Costa at the General Conference, I believe was a good feat. Sometimes I tried him, I can't get him. And I was shocked, Williams. No, he's always busy, he's around the world, he's doing things. How did someone get him? I guess they went through Abel. Abel? But, yeah. Enough of that, but I can tell you, someone said to me, even my wife deceived me. Because this really was the best kept secret. And I'm a bit scared though. I'm really scared. Because they could have done a whole lot of things on me. Especially in this, in Desmond. My team at the union could have I could have seen it first on CVM with Curlin Brown and didn't know it was being done. So it just said, I guess, yes, I have taught you guys good. I think Lisa Maria has something to do with it too. I really think so. But my task today and now is and I'm feeling lighter, seriously. Because gain is where it is. Gain after weeks or months of planning is finally bringing the curtains down. And I want to use the opportunity to thank God
because God has been with the program. He has inspired it. He has inspired me a number of times in the morning while the water is running. I get some inspiration. And so I thank God. I want to thank the Jamaica Union administrators, directors, and staff, every single one, because they had a part to play in the success of GAIN. I want to thank the planning committee for GAIN, chaired by, of course, Mrs. Doreen Grant, the chairpersons for all the subcommittees, the production team, led by Major General Hernel Latti, and who has as his deputy Major General Leon French. I have a special award for Leon. And if Mrs. Samuels will just take one of those baskets, Mrs. Samuels, one of those baskets, and present it to Leon French for his dedication. Come out, Leon. You're behind the scene. I'm going to save Ernell Latti's award for later. Ernell, I have it, but I'm not going to publicize it, all right? I want to thank our project manager, Ken Nelson. And Ken was referred to at our last Lord Transform Me convention by our president as Mr. Cool and Deadly. He just goes around unassumingly, but he gets the job done. And I wish I could keep his calm and cool while working on a project. Want to thank Mrs. Ione Ramsey Nelson for keeping him cool and calm. Sister Nelson, where are you? Yes, right over there. Thank you for being here with him, and thank you for your support for GAIN. Want to thank the communication teams of the conferences. And I said teams here because each conference has its unique team. And I want them all to come up here while I proceed. I really want you to come up here. All the directors, all the team, Bulgin, Kemali, all of you. Where are you? Ruth Ann, all of you come. Philip, Franz, please. We planned GAIN at its initial stage, all of us. We did it online. Why are these guys afraid to come forward? Come forward, Jonathan, too. Huh? We all plan GAIN online, and we also had meetings at the union office. And I want to say a lot of the ideas here did come from them. Where's Ruth Ann? She is on social media, something. Yes, the entire team. West team, Northeast, North, Central, all the team. Just want to give this team, let you see the team that really has helped. They're talented. Ruth Ann here, she did the social media part of it. Every single one had their hand in it. And maybe they did have their hand in the video production, I don't know. You didn't? You sure? Not you. You guys have the time to confess though. But my brothers and sisters, the teams from the conferences, and I'm sure some of them are missing, but I really want you to give them a better round of applause, because this is the GAIN team. Thank you. Yes, Vaz, where is he? What is he doing? Yes, so we just want to, Adis has left, but some of them, yes, where's Laurie Henry? She's sitting over there. But my brothers and sisters, without stretching it too much, the team that worked with me, and I'm very happy. So a big part of it, why I have them up here, is that they too need to accept some of the accolades that have been said about the GAIN conference. Thank you. I'm thanking also the moderators. Many of them were moderators for the various presentations that were done. They were also presenters too. You saw the 5 apostles this morning. The one that was flying in the midst of heaven is not back to earth. That's Jermaine. But we just want to give thanks for the communicators that he has presented to this union, and we praise God for them. Once more, a round of applause. Thank you, gentlemen. We want to thank our GC representatives, ID representatives that were here. They too help. I did consultations with them. I want to thank the staff of Iberostar Hotel. Is O'Shane here? Shane Cunningham is in here from Iberostar? No? I'd asked him to come. But O'Shane has been a good contact with our program. He has been very flexible, been supportive, and we are happy that he was there to see us through all the accommodation, the various challenges that we had. And just want to reflect again on the production team that did this. That's the production team. They had to pull up late last night and set up and things like that. And I want them to know that I appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. When giving vote of thanks, I'm always worried that I might leave someone out. So please, if you're left out, don't hold it against me. It's tiredness. I did say moderators and masters of ceremonies, including today, moderators, chairs, all. Who? Yes, the presenters, too. Our sponsors, I would not leave them out. And is the persons from Jamaica Bedding still in here? Yes, they're over there, 4 of them. Thank you very much. And I'm sure everyone will be thanking you for those lovely cushions. A number of persons got them. So our sponsors were Lasco Distributors, Lasco Financial, those were the title sponsors, Jamaica Bedding Company, Jamaica Stock Exchange, the Three Angels Pharmacy, C&W Business, and Pioneer Manufacturing and Distributors. Our media sponsor, our main media sponsor, was the NCU Media Group. And I want to commend Arnold on his award. I want to thank the team from NCU Media Group, Michael and Andrew and Pat and Gosford and all of them for their coverage of GAIN. They were here from Thursday. They carried a lot of it live, did a lot of interviews, and they will be with us tomorrow in the Lilliput community as we give back to the community in which we had GAIN with a free health fair. The other media sponsors were Ready TV and the RGR Gleaner Communication Group. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it has been a long journey. A former president would say, whenever you have a program to do, you must live it, you must walk it, talk it, sleep it, everything. I must say I have dreamt about GAIN 3 times. And Leidner, one of the times I dreamt about GAIN. Leidner, I dreamt about GAIN, and what I dreamt was that Leidner was doing her presentation, and I was sleeping. And someone woke me, and the entire room was laughing at me. And I woke up, and I said, no, I really wouldn't want that to happen. But Leidner, yes, you're in one of the dreams, doing a presentation of the 3 dreams I had about GAIN, because I had to dream about it. I had to walk it and talk it and do everything. And I thank once again my 3 administrators for giving the support that they did to it. The treasurer, I name him first, and everyone would know why. The tread bag, right? The president, who shared the vision, and also my what? Yes, and also Pastor Walker, who was just so much an encouragement. Every time he would see me, he calls me GAIN, and that he has been looking forward to GAIN and things like that. I want to thank Mrs. Barrett for her support of the program. Joy de Sinclair, my professional assistant, Denise Thomas, Mrs. Lisa Marie Samuel. They held the receptionist area so that everything went well then. So I think I've exhausted the list of thanks, and it is just left to thank all the participants who came, who saw it fit, who believed that they would have learned something, they would have gained. And I believe that our union will not be the same as it was on Wednesday, because as of Thursday this week, a lot of things happened that would have changed a number of communicators in this country. And I really look forward to the changes, to good things, and situations where our field will be doing far more. Like the idea of Franz Chambers doing these short films. Hope Channel needs them. I look forward to the day, because I remember where we're coming from. Because when I joined the church in 2006, January, I literally had to go to all the fields to do coverage. And now I can confidently remain in Mandeville and know that someone is covering it and that I'll get good stuff. They say you should always leave the best wine for last. So I thank you, Bobbitt, for being there, for supporting, and also for ensuring that everything was in order. Bobbitt is a perfectionist, and I need not tell you more, because everything she wants to do should be clockwise on time, and perfect. So maybe it helped, because again, is where it is, and we just want to thank God for everything and for all of you. May God bless you as we look forward to another gain. Persons have been asking me, is it next year, is it the next 2 years? Someone says if it's the next 5 years. I'm hoping it might be the next 2 years. Whoever will be communication director, I believe that we believe in gain and we want to see it go forward. Kenny showing me the evaluation sheets that he has, and we would want participants to just spend some time, fill out the areas that you want to, the seminars or presentation that you did, attend, and let us have your feedback as we go forward, seek to make gain more gainful and better as we move higher, still higher, higher ground. We're pressing on it. New heights we're gaining every day. God bless all of you, and we will continue to serve our Master. National anthem, Pastor Smith.